Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans. Early Sunday morning. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be chopping it up with the mod this early morning. Hit the link, Miss Moore, so we can chop it up and get down to business. Thanks for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All donations are accepted, and you're welcome to super chat the Queen during this live stream. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Hit the link, Miss Moore, so we can talk for 3 seconds. Thanks so much. Oh my goodness. Again? You should not have that. Hold on. Hey, honey, how you doing? Good to see you, hon. Oh, mercy. Hello, how's everybody doing? Oh my. Just a second. Everything's going crazy. Hello, Karen. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. What's been going on?
Oh, not a lot.
Hmm. Well, it's always something, isn't it?
Every day.
Every day,
Something new every day.
every day, every working day. Did you have a good day yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm, I had a good day too.
Yes, yes.
Kind of just relaxed, basically. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for tuning in this early morning, 18 viewing. Hi, how's everybody? Thank you so much. I'm gonna look at something right quick if I can pull it up.
Okay.
Oh gosh, don't start this. Man, I'm just not over all these electronics. Uh, I'm gonna send you something, ask you something here in a minute. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, send you something just to verify something for just a second. Hello, Joel. How
Okay.
you doing? Oh God, this is crazy. Screens are doubling up. They won't even. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Come on now. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let me turn this volume down, but this thing's gonna keep beeping and with my notifications. How you all doing? Hope everybody's well. Please bear with me 1 second here. Trying to verify something first. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, we're gonna get started.
Mhm.
Hold on a minute. I just want to see something first. I'm going to burn up. Oh, this weather, I can't deal with this weather. Up, down, up, down. Can't get it together. That correct?
Okay.
Say what?
What was that?
You get, oh my goodness. Is that correct?
Uh.
What I just said. Hello, Diamond Dozen. How you doing? Are you checking your messages, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that
Mm,
correct?
nothing came through yet.
Oh Lord.
Mhm.
Jeez.
Just give it a second. Remember how earlier it
No,
was
no,
doing it
no.
too.
I'm calling. It's from another device. It's from another device.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out. Let's see what's going on.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Jesus. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I don't understand why, because I sent it from something else. It's strange. Hope you all are well out there. No wonder it's saying can't connect. Oh no. I'm not gonna be able to. This is odd. Well, anyway, you can go check for yourself. Uh, I don't know if to discuss the situation or not, but I'm going to say something. Uh, this bio donor is missing children out of Cal City is baffling to me. Uh, I hear she's getting her twerker leak on last night at a club in Bakersfield.
Mm.
having a good time. Is it Club 1933 something of the sort?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I've heard of that.
Hmm. She was having a good time. Down, take it down, bring it back up. Shut your mouth. Then got
Wow.
all these interesting posts on the Facebook page of people don't know her, know you, don't like you, they don't know your story. What is your story? Because see, that's the interesting part about these children missing. You never explain how your children got gone in the first place. And as I told
Mm-hmm.
you all, I never go to her Facebook page because I don't have anything. I haven't lost anything over there. But I just found it interesting thinking about what was told to me last night about her being seen at a nightclub and just the audacity to always be talking in limericks on Facebook about being judged and this and that. But in the end, as I stated, you never cared. You've never cared. You've shown that. And nobody had to write a letter or call or email anybody to tell me. It's just what I saw day one. You never blatantly told what happened with each child. You talked in limericks. You never made it clear about the visit or the time you tried to allegedly give gifts. So people assumed it was 2020 December when it wasn't. It was December 18. See, those are things that come to mind to me. And as I state, there are a lot of people who are gullible out here. They believe anything somebody tells them. They believe anything somebody whispers in their ear. And they don't have the right mind to inquire what someone is repeating. And I'm that type of queen. You can repeat anything to me, but I'm going to ask you about what you're repeating. You can't really give me a definitive explanation of what you're repeating. I'm not really interested. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people talk around the subject. They don't directly answer a question.
Right.
Kind of like, hey, what did you do today?
Mm-hmm.
And you go all around 15th Street, under the bridge, over the bridge. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't definitively say, well, I got up at 8 a.m. I walked out the door at 9:15 a.m. I went over to here, Starbucks, at by 10:15 a.m. You get where I'm going?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just don't give a definitive answer. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how I feel about she. She never gave a definitive answer. This is how I lost my children. So to go on Facebook talking in circles once again, it's to me, it's belittling to the children and it's disrespectful because you've yet
Mm-hmm.
to explain how you lost your kids. And now we find out last night you was dropping it like it was hot in 1933. You were chiefing, as the young folks used to say back in the day. Is you rolling? What she said. I might be.
Mm-hmm.
And then you post all these crazy things like somebody bothering you and somebody is so judgmental. But you, as I said, you ran out of breath to let the world know you the biological mother.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, you never definitively said, this is how I lost all my children, not the two that's missing, but hell, all four. And then you got people jumping out of helicopters and shit saying, well wait a minute, Big Edge. I didn't know she had four. Oops. Yes, ma'am. But this
Mm-hmm.
is the number one question. You ran out of breath, played possum, another relative of the children pop up out of nowhere to be the ringleader to guide the people to the promised land to find them in aid, yah, yah, yah. And you just fell all the way off. And then they went to search for your children in a vacant area, back in the old city where you from. Once it was handed over to that said city, Bakersfield Police Department, and you know where to be found. Why these people out here searching for your I'm gonna go on and say alleged children, 'cause that's how the hell you act. Like they're allegedly yours. You
Mm.
understand? Yeah.
Mhm.
And you popping up at people's functions and parties in folks' backyards, uninvited. Then you posting more crazy stuff, cussing and stuff on your Facebook page about moving on with your life. But ain't you done that already? Haven't you done that already?
Mm.
So what are you
Mhm.
so what are you speaking of? You've done that already.
Mhm.
And then you last night, you just on one. Pop
Mhm.
and doing what you want. Now what is Kinsley talking about? Exactly why they took her kids. She refused to tell Ellie who hurt her child. On an earlier live, it was said she had her cousin move her due to Ellie knowing her phone number and
Mhm.
address. She was scared of them. So you're talking about past tense, Kinsley?
My question is, when's the last time she's seen her other two kids?
Well, that is a good question. Because from what I hear, she don't communicate.
Mhm.
But you love posting every blue moon something about people not knowing you, judging you, not knowing the true story. You don't want us to know the true story. You don't want people to know the true story. That you
Mhm.
failed your kids 4 times. Because you see, those are the things you left out of your interview with Perla.
Hmm. Mhm.
Why not just tell the truth? I drank and smoked marijuana while I was pregnant with my children. First baby leg got cracked. They took my kid. I didn't comply with the rules to get him back. Next year, I'm knocked up again and I'm chiefing and drinking, and that baby was born with low birth weight, lungs not functioning at full capacity. The state took that child, number two, my youngest two. I didn't comply with getting that one back.
Mhm.
And the father stepped in and took the older two children. One dad took the girl child and one dad took the boy child. Why not tell the news that? But see, you can't tell the news that because that don't sound right. That don't sound appealing. Yikes. But look at this. You go to that Facebook page. I tell you what, she know how to change that hairdo.
Mm.
Have you looked? Huh?
Yeah. Mhm. Keep her hair. She keep her hair nice.
I mean, she got a new photo this time. She got a little long, straight look with the part in the middle. Then you go scroll up. One color looks like an orangey red color. Next color is blonde. I gotta admit, Queen like she keeps her hair laid, don't she? And them
Mhm.
eyelashes out there. You stay in the Korean store with getting that hair and them eyelashes, but
Right.
you couldn't get up and go search for your children, rally for your children after the fact. You've missing the visuals for your children. A new city gets the case where you're from. You a no show, no visual of you. Then the Kern County Commerce Office, Black Commerce meet and greet Q&A with a relative of the children. You still a no show. Allegedly, this person is speaking on behalf of why you can't show up, but you sure knew how to go out after the fact to somebody's function in their yard uninvited and asked to leave.
And that was the
Last
same day that they was searching,
did the
right?
search. Right. The night you
Mhm.
went to that party, barbecue, whatever, get
Mhm.
together was the same day that Bakersfield Police Department did a search of that area off of what's the name of it?
Uh, was it Pacheco?
Yeah, Pacheco.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's like, wow. It sounds like y'all already know why her kids was taken. Do you know? That's the question. Well, how about
Yeah,
that?
it's weird. It's weird to me that she, like you said, she hasn't spoke up. She hasn't cleared her name in any of it, but then wants everybody to feel sorry for her. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I just think it's pathetic to just keep posting stuff to Facebook, talking in circles about people. They. They don't know. They're judging me. No, you help that on your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. Because like I said, people make mistakes all the time. Taking care of children is a hard job, but you don't keep doing it when you realize it's
Right.
not for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think people just gonna come along and pick up the slack. It doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. You can't even logically explain 4 children being taken out of your custody at 4 different times. How's that anybody else's fault? You can't logically blame 4 different people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't do it. And you got these weak-minded people sit up here and listen and believe it because they don't ask the pertinent questions that you're supposed to ask. Well, what happened to your kids? Why did the state intervene in your private life 4 separate times? Because it's not like you had 4 sets of babies at the same time. Something happened to one, and then the state decided, well, we're going to take all 4 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Your babies are different ages, different fathers, different ages, born at different times. And yet the state, in the last 2 times, 2 baby boys who are currently missing out of Cal City, and your first 2 children, their father intervened when all this jump off came about these last 2 babies. By the grace of God, somebody stepped up and got those too.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because God knows what's going to happen to them. Amen.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And then you sit on
Yeah.
Facebook
Mm-hmm.
talking lyrics and codes and stuff about they don't know me and they don't know. That don't even make sense what you're saying. They don't know anything. You shouldn't tell them nothing. But I always said from the beginning, nobody tell me anything. Once I found out there's 4 different children, 4 different fathers, and they intervened 4 different states, there's nothing to know. It's already said in stone. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know she had time to work on it. That's the whole point of me saying it's not like she had quadruplets and something happened with one child and the state said, I'm going to take all 4 of your children. And you have this amount of time to try to get your children back. The state was in your business at different times, different intervals. And last night you dropped it like it was hot, I heard. And you's a big
Mm.
girl too. Shut your mouth. Elcan, you
Ooh.
said I wish she would have never came forward. She shouldn't have came forward.
She sure
What
shouldn't have.
what fool would come forward, running out of breath, banging on these people's doors, talking about my kids? They're not your children anymore. You made sure of that when you didn't comply with the rules to get them back. And then you just fell off. You did your little interviews with the news, sitting around on somebody good sofa talking about, as you see, I got a house. I come from a good background. No, she can't see nothing. She don't know you. Hell, you gonna tell somebody as you can see? You're sitting in somebody's house. Is your name on the deed to this
Right.
place where she can see?
Right.
Why? 'Cause you got some nice furniture and some little dollar store pictures on the wall. And now somebody's supposed to be like impressed. Yeah, all right.
And raising kids is a lot more than just having a job and a car.
Well, that's right.
There's more to it than just that.
And my thing is, when did you get the car? I'll wait.
Ooh. Mm.
Did you just get a car? Because I
Mhm.
mean, have you been a legal car owner for like 10 years or so? Yeah, I'll wait. Have you even had a driver's license for 10 years? Damn, Angela, did you say that? I did.
Mhm.
She sends all these messages via Facebook trying to defend herself. However, she was the catalyst for all of this. Yes, that's it. Right. She did not want them. And that's my point. Talking in circles on Facebook, yet you still have not shown your face to anything relevant to the children. But you can go on Facebook, take all these damn pictures of a different hairstyle and eyelashes from here to damn New York, which is very weird to me. And it's like, who are you?
Mhm.
Damn, just who are you? Just a chameleon. That's all. If
Mhm.
your family was all so great, why did 4 children end up in non family homes? Well, that's true. It's a very valid question. And where are those people? I mean, not a mother, father, grandmama, not a paternal grandparent or biological parent of hers has ever spoken to the news. They know how to get in an inbox. Mr.
Yeah.
Pressing, her daddy, Mr. Pressing Curl, he sure know how to get in the inbox, does he not? Shit. Ne- Negro
Not the
wearing Chuck
pressing
Taylors.
curl.
That Negro wearing a pressing curl with some Chuck Taylors and knee socks all up in the Queen inbox. I'm like, bruh,
I'm dead.
the dirty South is not what you want. Back up.
Oh, God.
We are not what you want because we are not impressed. We are not impressed at all. See that, but that shows you the character right there. You gonna sit up here and say I come from a good family. Your daddy was all up in my inbox.
Mm. Mhm.
Look on a Facebook page that wasn't even up and running, and you all up in there like you was doing something, but you come from a good family. But yet none of these family members got custody of your children while you allegedly tried to get yourself together to regain custody. Yeah, I said
Mhm.
Preston Carol. Shoot, that Negro gets his hair pressed. I said it. What? That's what I said. You sitting up here every day changing your look on Facebook. See the time you spending taking selfies, changing your wigs and eyelashes. You could have been out there in that dirt on the ground with them boots,
Right.
rallying
Mhm.
for your children.
That's right.
And all up in folks' backyards where you weren't invited. You should have been out there watching to see what them people were uncovering the same morning, looking for your kids.
Right.
But you rather run to Facebook, keyboard gangster, and hide behind a cell phone, typing about it's me against the world. It ain't been but one Tupac last I checked. Sickening.
Mhm.
But like they say, one must move on. Indeed. Thank you, El Canton, for the super chat. Amen. Thank you so much. My thing is this. We know people have to move on. That's not even the problem. But you've been moved on
Mm-hmm.
because you have not had your children. So to say that is basically a backwards comment. It's an irrelevant comment because you've been living your life without your children.
Mm-hmm.
So you already moved on. So to say that now, as I said, it's irrelevant. You haven't had your kids. So what are you speaking of? I can't just sit around and do this. We know you ain't sitting around because you too
Mm-hmm.
busy taking selfies of a different hair color and a different wig. Hell you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. What color was her hair last night? Shut up, Angela. Damn. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Tina West, you don't know what you're talking about. I have almost 900 videos, so you don't even know what you're talking about. Well, continue to watch this. I discuss what I want on my channel. If you don't like it, you go get you a channel. And you can rally for the bio donor on your channel, the Tina West Show. And you just make sure you got your wig looking cute. And put your good eyelashes on. Because you worried about the wrong thing. Thank you, Miss Moore. I appreciate that. That's what I find baffling about this chick. No concern for the other two children. Post, taking numerous selfies of yourself, changing your look every 5 seconds, but you don't care nothing about your other kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Tina West, since you think you know so much, why don't you ask her why she don't talk to her other damn kids or concerned about them? Since you know so much about her and think it's so noble to play the victim, as someone had said in the chat. But you're not concerned about the other kids that you have that are around and visible and living
Right. Mm-hmm.
that need a mother, would probably like to have their mother in their life, somebody that actually calls, visits, picks them up, take them out, take them to function, take them to the park, do their homework, help them with their homework, be a parent, whether they're in her custody or not, since you know so much, Miss West. Another keyboard gangster. Always somebody want to jump in on a train wreck. How the hell you gonna defend somebody that don't care nothing about their damn kids? Won't even make an effort to try to spend time with them or do anything for them because you just like her. Damn bum. Like I
Mm-hmm.
said, various reasons why people don't raise their kids. A lot of us in the world been raised by other people. But the point is redeeming yourself and acknowledging that you made a mistake or you couldn't do something at that time. You weren't in the right place, right mind frame, physical, resources, financial, various reasons why people can't raise their kids. But to continuously have children back to back without any viable income, home, car, money, mental stability is a travesty. So if you think
Mm-hmm.
that's cute, you gutter too. And anybody that rides the ride with her, they gutter too. I said it.
Mm-hmm.
No excuse for that type of behavior. When one, we have birth control contraceptives at the health department that are free, that you don't have to pay for. You don't have viable income. That's first and foremost. And we're talking about real children, not baby dolls and builder bears. Roro does a lot of interviews. Why didn't she get the boys when they were in CPS custody? She said she didn't know they was in CPS custody. She must wasn't in their life either. Well, that's the whole point, Miss Smith. She couldn't have been in their lives because that's the point. Because if you were in their lives, you would have been privy to what was going on with them. So that leads me to believe that you didn't know the children, because as you all know, who followed the story, the children were very young when they were put into CPS custody. So perhaps Roro did not know these children. She couldn't have known them. Probably never even seen them, never touched them, never held them, never hugged them, never babysat. Day late, dollar short. Well, she's just doing her with what a lot of people do. You know, you have people who keep their children and they're doing them. They're not doing a great job at being a parent. And let me make that clear as well. You do have people who raise their children, but they're not invested in their kids. Because a lot of people are judged for not raising their children. But there are people who have their children, they're not doing a great job either. Either. See, don't get it twisted. Just because you keep your child, you bathing them and clothing them and feeding them, some of you short too. You're really not invested. Because see, you can be an absentee parent and actually be raising your child. But it's just baffling to me how a person can keep talking in circles on social media like they're been wronged. There's no way you've been wronged 4 times. It's not even possible. It's not possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, you didn't have quadruplets, and one had an incident to where the state stepped in and made a call, a judgment call, to take all 4 children, all 4 infants at the same time. The state was in your business 4 separate times pertaining to your children, or 2 separate times with the baby, with the 2 that are currently missing. And the other fathers, by the grace of God, which I find so odd too, because it's rare that you find men who are able to take their children in. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Yes, yeah.
a lot of young men don't have their lives together to get custody of their children or say, hey, I'll raise my child. Thank you, Kathy, so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I cracked myself up, Kathy. Thank you so much. El Canton, thank you for the super chats. God bless both of you. But I'm over it. Bio family should not have failed these boys from the beginning. Well, and that's the point. And a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's the truth. We know that something happened with those kids over at the West House. That's not, we don't even have to argue about that. But the point is, the children had a start. They didn't just fall off a milk truck, cabbage patch out the ground. Poof, they were 3 and 4. They were birthed.
Mm-hmm.
They were born. They came out of a woman's womb into the real world. And they were jacked up in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the spoken word. And this dimwit got 2 other kids. For those of you who aren't woke, you know, we talk about Cal City a lot. But what about our other 2 kids? Yeah, I weigh on that. Because there's 2 other children out here who would like to have a relationship with their mother. She don't have the time. So that's why I keep trying to tell you all. You talk about Cal City, the missing boys, but she ain't concerned about the other 2 that she got access to, that she could go right now and say, hey, I want to get my kid. I want to visit my kid. I want to take my baby to the movies. I want to take my baby to the park. Come spend the night with mama. Can I come get him this weekend? This heifer not making no contact. This heifer
Mm-hmm.
is vile, man.
Wow.
Ryan,
Wow.
Ryan
Wow.
Dean is vile. That's a vile, overweight cow. I said it.
Mm.
Swelter. Thank you, C. Thank you so much. That's a heavyweight, sure enough. And just looking at her, dolling up with lashes and shit and different color wigs, you're a clown. You're
Mm.
utter clown. You don't even take time for the two that's walking around that people can see and hear breathing. Bad enough
Mm.
we don't know where these two babies are, but you got two others who need a mother because
Mm.
they were brought here by a woman. You gave birth to them. And you're not even doing no service to them. And just like somebody said to me, what was it yesterday? I don't see pictures of the little girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? You like Facebook and talking in limits all the time on Facebook. Why you don't show pictures of your little girl?
All
I
right.
tell you what. I tell you what, Ryan Dean, post a picture right now of you and your little boy. That's what I want to see. Post me a recent pic of the month of April 2021 of you and your son and your daughter.
Mm.
Maybe we'll do a GoFundMe. You want to do that? You hear me?
A GoFundMe.
Yeah. Let's see if she can post a picture to Facebook tomorrow of the month of April with a picture of her daughter and her son in the month of April 2021. We'll give her some
Mm-hmm.
money. We'll give her some money.
Yeah.
We'll give her some
The
money.
it's sad. It's just sad. Yeah, I know that people are looking for them other two, for the two that are missing. I get that, but
Of
the
course.
other two are still.
Available and accessible and breathing. And
Yeah.
people forget that. And people forget that. And so those kids stay on my mind, not just the missing children, but the two that
Right.
she has access to that she don't give a damn about. So that's why I get irritated knowing that these two children need a mother, and all you're doing is sitting up here talking in circles on Facebook about this and that, and you don't talk about the two that are living and breathing that people can see and hear. Why don't you talk about them? Post a picture of your daughter and yourself in the month of April 2021. It's now
Hmm.
May. We'll give you some money. Don't you need some money for something right now? Help them.
But they all got to be in the same picture together.
Yeah.
Like, I
Good
don't
luck with
think.
that. Good luck with that. I look. She could post a picture with the daughter on Wednesday, the son on Friday, or a couple days later. It wouldn't bother me none. I want to see a picture of you and your son in the month that just we came out of. We just came out of April. Post a picture to Facebook with you and your son and your daughter,
Hmm.
April 2021. Because see, if you can post that picture, that'll make us think that perhaps you've been visiting your children. You've been spending time with your children. Since don't nobody know you, they don't know what they talking about. They don't know nothing. They judging you. We're
Hmm.
judging you. Well, Kathy says that, but they all got to be in the same pit. Okay,
That's right.
okay. That's y'all rule. It doesn't matter to me either one. Because, like I said, the two are not raised in the same household, so they may not be able to be in the pick at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you some money, Ryan Dean. Provide us a photograph of you and your son, month of April 2021, and a picture of you and your daughter together.
Hmm.
Because I think you need some money right now. you stop buying all them damn wigs and eyelashes, you'd have some damn money. Yeah, I said that. Trying to look a certain way to the media and strangers. Well, my thing is, if you really pay attention to a story, as I keep saying to you all, you already would have known that she is a fraud. See, once I knew she had other children that she didn't have custody of, I didn't have to hear anything else. I didn't have to see anything else. I knew what time of day it was. Because once it was relayed, she had 2 other children besides the 2 that was missing. And then they all had different fathers. That was all I needed. I didn't have to hear anything else. I knew she never cared about her kids. I didn't have to hear any stories. I didn't have to go to Facebook. I didn't have to wait on a news story. I knew exactly what time of day it was, what time of day it is currently. She never cared. See, I'm different than most of you. I don't need nobody in my ear trying to tell me and sell me no wet rag. Because I go with what's obvious. 2 in foster care, adopted, missing. 2 somewhere else, over here, over here, over here. What did I need to hear for me to say, man, this is a jacked up situation with this chick and her kids? I ain't had to go to Facebook. I don't have to stay on Facebook. I don't have to stay on YouTube. I judged it accordingly. She don't have any of her children. There's something wrong with that. And you're posting pictures of yourself in different color hairstyles and wigs and eyelashes and all that, and partying and hooping it up and dropping it like it's hot and talking in limericks and circles on Facebook about being judged and this and that. But you started this. And then you fell off and went here like a coward. And got all these strangers out here rallying for your kids and people all over the United States rallying for your kids. Damn. And you're nowhere to be found. And yet some of you so goofy, acting like this is a joke. We're talking about real kids, real people. These are real people. And they deserve better than the hand that was dealt to them. It's disrespectful. That's sad. So they probably don't have any interaction between those 2 either. Probably not. How? One kid's over here, one kid's over here. I don't believe they're even in the same city, the boy and the girl. Hey, Gulf Coast, how you doing? Thanks for joining me.
Just sad, sad.
It's very sad. And she don't care about who else is trying to help raise the kids either. Let's talk about that. As they say, it takes a village to raise a child. You don't even care about who else is trying to help raise your damn kids. Other relatives, sisters and brothers, aunties, uncles. You don't even care. But they got to also carry the load. See, that's what you should tell everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Why don't you, Rondine, tell people the truth? You don't talk to your kids, the ones that we can see and hear. The ones you don't post any recent photos of on Facebook. Why don't you tell people the truth? You have not talked to your children and God knows how. Tell the truth. You don't talk to your kids. So you can't be concerned about the 2 little boys because you ain't talking to the ones that you can see and hear. How the hell you care about them? Orrin and Orson or whatever their names are. You don't care about them kids, but you don't care about the 2 that you could go right now and bang on the door and go pick them up and take them to the park, take them to the zoo. Don't even call. Call a mama. Somebody giving you the right to at least come see the child, call the child. You won't even pick up a phone. Say hello. Man, you're a dirty chick. And as my mama used to say, you better be careful them people you trample over here. Might need to bring, you might be in the street one day, home girl. Somebody need to bring you a cup of water. It'll be your kid.
Hmm.
And it'll be up to them to decide if they want to bring you a cup of water or lend you a hand up or hand out.
Hmm.
I think, frankly, the fathers who have the son and the daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I would have several all ties grinding.
Mm-hmm.
They should sever ties with her. Serve her a paper to show up in the court to never call or ask for a visitation ever again. And she can't pick up a phone or visit or call, spend any time with those said kids. She's a wrap. Then got
Mm-hmm.
the nerve to sit up and tell the news people, I'll do whatever I can to get these two back. What the hell? You had them, remember? What you mean give them back? And do what with them? Take them to the club?
Hmm.
Because we know that's right. Everybody got a right to move on. Do what they want. Live how they want. But not you. No, ma'am, not you. But see, you've been living your life anyway. So the rules don't apply to you. You've been doing you. That's why you don't have your kids now. Because you was doing you when they were in the womb. You were doing
Mm.
you when they were born. You was doing you when they were taken away. You kept doing Dean while they were in state's custody with strangers, sleeping and slumbering in strangers' houses. How disgusting and vile is that? Because it's not like you couldn't have taken care of them, but you chose not to. And then you still kept getting pregnant. That's something that I could never understand. A woman keep opening her legs and don't use a condom or nothing, or a contraceptive to not get pregnant and keep having babies. And then it's not like it's with the same father. It's like you have 4 kids and they all got the same father. You just kept having sex and getting pregnant by different men. And you are condoning that. Like that's something honorable and favorable. To have children young back to back by different men. And then you have custody of not a damn child. And this is who you were ride or die for? This is who you rallying for? Okay.
Mm. And she's still partying. Mm.
No one knows why she lost her first 2 kids and then she has more and lose them too. Well, her first 2 children were living anyway with the fathers, on and off, my understanding, because she never kept a viable place to stay. That's what was told in the beginning. Am I correct, Ms. Moore?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Yep.
don't keep a place to stay, so why would you keep having children?
Yeah.
See, that's what a lot of people didn't know either. That she never kept a place to live, viable income, job, car. Couch surfing is what some of you Californians call it. So how
Mm.
can you be a couch surfer with a baby?
Mm-hmm.
Babies. So where are you having sexual relations? Yeah, I'm gonna go there now. Crystal, help me understand.
So this.
How you get knocked up on a couch? I'm dead.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Man, come on.
Mm-mm.
So big girl don't even know what it's like to stretch out in a bed. Is that what we're saying?
Mm.
Wow.
Yep. So
Sweet Jesus.
she's still doing everything that she wasn't supposed to do to get the
Hmm.
first two back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's never stopped being her,
Mm-hmm.
doing
Right.
her.
So why
Wow.
keep talking in circles on Facebook
Yeah.
about people not knowing you and not liking you because they don't know this? You ain't never told them nothing. And that's the point. You're not going to tell the truth about what really happened for you to lose all four kids. Because you see, if you really wanted the world to know the truth about you, Ryan Dean, you would have told Perla, Bonnie, whomever, this is how I lost custody of all four of my children. I did this, this, and this on this day. They took my child one on this date, child two this day, child three on this date, child four on this day. I didn't do this, this, and this by this date. They gave me this amount of time to do this. And on this date, I didn't comply. I didn't pee in a cup. I was dirty. The cup was dirty. The urine was dirty. Whatever the hell it was. The blood was dirty. Whatever. Tell the
Mm,
truth. Because you got some
mm.
gullible people out here who actually rally for you.
Yeah,
She's
and
sorry.
that's
She feel
wrong.
bad. Hell, you gonna tell somebody feel
Mm,
bad? You don't even know their full name.
mm,
A
mm,
person
mm,
that feel
mm,
bad would do what they got to do to get their kids back. This wouldn't even be a story had you did your job. They gave you back
mm.
the two little.
Amen. Mm-hmm. Mm,
We wouldn't be talking about these people, these kids, and all these other jack in the boxes jumping out of planes and stuff pertaining to these kids, psychics, and all that. It is now a A1 circus, social media
mm,
circus pertaining to two missing kids. Everybody wants 5 minutes of fame off of two babies. You did this. You the orchestrator of this circus. They
mm,
just playing along because they can. And I don't see how nobody in their right mind can rally behind somebody that didn't do their job with four kids. That's what baffles me too. You how the hell you gonna speak up for her? And she
mm,
showed you she didn't care about her kids.
mm,
I
mm,
can't just sit around and do nothing and yeah. But you ain't doing nothing. You've done nothing. And you don't give a damn about these other two back here that are older, that need a mother. You don't care about other people trying to work hard to make sure these children have a decent life when you slacked off and dropped the ball and still won't even contact them damn kids. And it pisses me off because I've been a child. We've all been a child. And it's nothing
mm,
like the love of a mother.
mhm,
And like I said, we all make mistakes, but not four times.
mm,
Your kids need you, and you refuse to be available because you too busy still want puff pass. Well, I hope all that smoking you doing worth the relationship you have now forfeited with your son and your daughter.
mm,
Because you are outright dizzy. You're a dizzy broad. And all sitting up, painting your lips, and putting on them damn eyelashes and hair weave and wigs and ponytails. I hope it's all worth forfeiting your relationship with your two remaining children. Because right now, we don't know where the hell them two babies are.
mhm,
No idea. And this is some joke to you. Because all these other people out here rallying for your kids, and you're nowhere to be found. Just sloughed off, jumped off, nothing. And yet some of you dodo birds still talking junk about who she is and what she about. Damn, if you can't read between the lines, you really sick too. But see, I always tell myself, like minds think alike, act alike. You rally for Ryan Dean because you like Ryan Dean. You cut from the same cloth. Possibly you are unfit as well. You're an unfit parent, you're an unfit human. Because there's no possible way you can explain four mistakes. on her watch. Well, that's why they stepped in. It's because when the last baby could not breathe on his own, had a low birth rate, and the state stepped in and took that child, yes, that's when the father stepped in to retrieve their separate children. Yes. You had to put it in capital letters. My God. I thank you all for joining me. That's basically all I wanted to say. So this ain't nothing but another Mohawk dime, another April Thomas. They're all the same to me. I could take all three of these witches' head and bump them, bash them together. Just seriously, bump them together. Three stooges. Three goofy ass baby mamas. They're all the same. Rondine, Mohawk Dime, and April Thomas. You all make me sick to my stomach. Because all three of you love Facebook. And that's something they all got in common. Always posting and talking on Facebook. That's something I noticed about every one of them. Especially Mohawk Diamond April. Always got something to say on Facebook. Most people who got shame about them wouldn't even be on Facebook talking, period.
Right.
Go read a book. Do something that you ain't never learned how to do. How about reading a novel? How about going back to school, taking you some courses and educate your brain? And zip your lip on the social media apps. Sickening. Should be pregnant soon. Should be pregnant again. Because she's still young. One thing we do know, she love that marijuana. She can't give that up.
I can only imagine
she can't give that marijuana.
I can only imagine how those two other kids are just disappointed,
They're distraught. They're distraught. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're distraught. They are distraught. Because like I said, there's nothing like the love of your mother, the comfort of your mother. Just like a child needs a father as well. Don't leave them out either. You need a father. If you can have one. And a mother too.
Very disappointing.
There's just certain things that a man can't give a child and certain things a woman can get. That's why a child needs a little bit of both. Child needs a father. Child needs a mother. And what I can't stand is the fact that these children are sitting around idly waiting on this helper to pop up or ring the phone and say, hey, how you doing? You need anything? Or can I come get you? Or do you want to go somewhere with mommy today? They're just sitting idly by waiting for her to call. But the call is through. It ain't coming through because she's not invested to call. And it just works me knowing this heifer cares nothing about these other two children, her older children. To even pick up the phone and call and say, hi, how you doing? Mommy was thinking about you today. How was your day? What did you do today? What did you learn today in school?
Right.
Can I come pick you up and take you to the mall, to the park? You need anything? How about that? For all of you that think you know her. And she reaping and moaning and so sorry for the two missing ones. How the hell she missing these two? She don't even talk to the two older ones.
Mm-hmm.
But at the club last night,
Mm-mm-mm.
1933. What about that?
Mm.
Smoking, drinking, and shaking it all up. That's a lot of ham to be shaking up. Green eggs and ham at that.
Mm.
Sad to me.
Mm.
I tell you what, she better hope that one day her children will find favor in her as they get older. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Will find favor. That they will be more forgiving for her just ducking off like it's nothing. Because this heifer thinks it's a game, and it's not a game because these are people's lives you're dealing with. They're little people, but they are
Mm.
worthy of respect because they didn't
Right.
ask to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And she has no respect for herself, and she has no respect for these children. She has no respect for the fathers who stepped up to take care of the last two children, the older children, and she has no respect for their brothers, sisters, mamas, aunties who are also aiding, helping raise these children.
Mm-hmm.
No respect for them either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. Utterly disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody had the nerve the other day to say on somebody's platform, I think she feels bad. Sorry. Lady, you is as dumb as they come.
Yeah.
You don't even know who you're speaking of. Because you like everybody else. You jumping in the pool and ain't got no life preserver on. You don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea. That girl don't care nothing about herself. See, that's first and foremost yourself. So you care a little of yourself. You can't care for nobody else. But she don't care about her kids. She never did care about her kids. That's the reason why she lost custody of all her children. Nothing she can think to do now is talk in circles on social media about what somebody don't know and judging her and you know, you did this to yourself. Not that somebody
Mm-hmm.
want to go out and judge you, but you talk as if it's a joke with these kids that
Yeah.
are left behind that need a mother.
Mm-hmm.
These kids deserve way better than what you gave them, the hand you did to them. That's the very reason why we're making videos about this case because you dropped the ball and you still acting like it's no big deal. You fell off running up to them people, wanting to be seen and heard by the news, and then poof, voila, you disappear like it's nothing. And that's so ignorant to me to even show your face as a biological mother, donor, and then disappear. And then have somebody sit there making excuses for you. I would have made no excuses for you. Somebody asked
Mm-hmm.
me, well, where's the biological donor? I'd say, I don't know where that half is. Like, she need to go stay wherever she came from. Because she didn't have no business showing her face, no way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you knew what you did to your kid and how you failed them. Too ashamed to show my face. Because the first thing I would have said to myself, they going to find out that I got all four of my kids gone. Somebody going to be asking me what happened. But she lucky she didn't get a newscaster that really went in the belly of these and said, well, damn, you had four. Well, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
How all four get gone. That's why Mr. Politan on Court TV, he was real delicate when he was talking to Brian Wang the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He was,
Mm-hmm.
in like, hey, when he was talking about the West family, that's a lot of kids. Big responsibility.
Yeah.
What happened with the mother? Who ain't gonna wonder that?
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's why man, this chick never cared for her kids. Because there's no way in hell those baby surface today, they would give her kids to her. The state would never.
Yeah, that's not gonna
They would
happen.
never. Yeah, they would never give her those two kids because they're the ones that made the decision to come get them out your custody in the first place. And then you didn't comply with the rules and guidelines to get them back. So they followed through and you your walking papers. Basically, you gave yourself the papers. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? Back them so she wouldn't have to talk to police. What do you keep saying, Barbara? What are you talking about? Yeah. In the end, it
Mm.
doesn't really matter what happened in the beginning is because she just never cared. So it wouldn't shock me nothing. It wouldn't shock me none about her moving, changing numbers, this and that. She already proved that she never cared for her kids. She was just a babymaker. That's all she cared about, having sex. And you have women like that. That's all they care about. They're as nasty as the men. The men like having sex and walking free and getting on by somewhere. She was the same way. Have sex, push the baby out, poof. Don't watch them. Don't care about who I leave them with. Do this, do that. Now to start my
Mm.
business. One baby got a broke leg. One's not breathing at full capacity. Poof, stakes in your business. They took your children. It's not even normal for them to even be in somebody's business 1 year apart from birth to the next birth. Don't you find it strange?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the latest we want to bring to you about the daughter of the missing children out of Cal City. She was out last night, drop, lock, pop, however the young folks call it. Pop, lock it. What they call it, Crystal?
Pop, lock, and drop it. I'm
Pop, lock it.
dead. Pop,
That
lock, and
well,
drop
hip out of her.
it.
I bet you right now, Ryan Dean could drop it to the floor with a blunt in her mouth. Come back up and twirl like crazy ass off the Housewives of Atlanta. You know she was talking about that twirling. I bet you this big girl could drop it like it's hot, touch her toes, touch her ankles and her toes with a blunt in her mouth, and come back up and twirl. Yeah,
Oh, I'm dead.
when they say the overweight lovers in the house, he meant that. Just
Mm-mm-mm.
disgusting. Well, I tell you what, she keep lock, pop, or lock it, whatever you call it. She'll be in some hush puppies by the time she's 40.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
That's it. Or some good old Medea house shoes. Sickening. Hey, Lakeisha. What's the truth? Walking around
Mm.
Walmart with eyelashes and house shoes. Sickening.
No, you didn't say that.
Ain't thinking. I did say it. That's a big girl. That's a wide girl.
Mm-hmm.
One thing about it, she can lay on her back if she can't do nothing else.
Mm.
I ain't never. I ain't never heard. I just. That's just odd. That's just some odd, sick behavior to me. That's all you care about is having sex. I'm saying that. I'm saying that in this live. It's just sickening to me. That's thing
Mm.
that's all you care about. Sex, drinking, getting high, smoking, chiefing, drinking, chiefing, having sexual relations with men, and getting knocked up. Because that just seems to be her MO. And I think that's sad for a young person that that's all they care about, because there's so much more she could be doing with herself and making a better life for herself. Go to school, get an education, get you a couple of degrees, get you some money in your pocket. You live in one of the most expensive states in the union. Why not do something with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
It's sickening.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be a woman, a lady. If you want to get down, okay, get down, but damn, use a condom, use some contraceptive.
Mm-hmm.
And I would hate to see she get pregnant again. What would happen with the next
Oh my
baby?
God. Mm-mm.
I'm telling you right now, if I was to hear that heifer was pregnant right now, somebody I put a hit on her. Do not let her go to full term. It's
Mm.
sad. And then can you
Mm-hmm.
imagine this? In the
To 5
club shaking
kids.
it up last night. But look, in the club shaking it up last night, and I'm just wondering what the other people standing around the room looking at her thinking to themselves, look at this
Mm.
picture.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a just look at her. They out there searching for her kids, and she in here drop a locky,
Mm.
smoking cheap, drinking. Which, like I said, people are gonna live no matter what they're going through. I get it, but you been fell off. You fell out before the children ever even got adopted. We call them a spade a spade.
That's right. Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
were, you were already in the world. You were
Mm-hmm.
already in the world when they were in the womb, doing birth, after birth, state's custody, adopted. You were doing you day one. So you sit up and cry wolf, like people don't know you, judging you. You never cared. And you have two children right now that need a mother, and you don't even contact those babies. You don't even care about them, the fathers, or their extended family that are helping raise your kids. You don't even give a damn. And it's sickening to me. So you keep going to the club, 1933 and 1334, whatever numbers they got in Bakersfield for the next club, knock yourself out. Because I can tell you now, there's going to be a day when you are going to regret the relations that you have forfeited with your two remaining children. And there's going to be a day when you're tired of chiefing and drinking and sleeping on couches and hooking up with all these various low life Negroes out there in California. You're going to want to go talk to your kids and have a relationship with them, and they're not going to want to be bothered with you. And then
Mm.
that's when you'll realize the mistakes that you have made. And you better hope for your sake that they'll be forgiven and come around one day and want to deal with you. Because right now, they're not because they're children. They're young. But as
Mm.
children get older, they realize, hey, this person didn't care for me. They won't even call me on the phone, won't even visit me. A real man doesn't respect a woman that don't take care of their children. Old folks would say she has a white liver. She will be having some more children. Said, yes, Deborah. That's what we're saying now. That she's a young woman now. I don't even think she's 30. So, hey, if at all 30, she still has some more living to do as far as bearing children. And we know a womb can hold a baby. That's one
Mm-hmm.
thing she can do is lay on her back and stay swole. So she will probably end up pregnant because we know she don't like condoms and she don't like contraceptives. She's made that clear. Oh, I chief with you, drink with you. You ain't got to bring no condom. Shit.
Mm.
What the dudes that used to say in the street, I can't repeat it. Let's just say M to M. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, Sookie. That's a lot of
Mm-mm.
ham. That's all I'm going to say. When your kids are 40 and you look them in the eye and they look you in the eye, older kids aren't getting any younger. That's my point. Is that there'll be a day when children won't care for her and they won't care about her calling, wanting to talk, wanting to meet, because they'll be doing their own thing. And that's what happens as children get older. They could be so close to their mother and father, but naturally, when they get into preteen, they want to hang with their friends. They want to do other things, go places. They're growing. And that's what will happen with these children. They will eventually
Mm-hmm.
forget about her, and they won't need her affection and attention because, one, they haven't gotten it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's shameful to me. Because, like I said, I could see a young person starting out, didn't have any help trying to raise a child. They weren't able to raise their child for whatever reasons, mentally, physically, financially. They make the decision to give their child up or give it to a relative or something. That wasn't her situation. And you kept having more after more. And that's baffling to me. Baffling to
Mm-hmm.
me. And you sit up and cry wolf on Facebook about people don't like you and this and that. They ain't gotta like you. They ain't gotta know you. They're looking at what you doing. They're looking at what you not doing, what you haven't done. That's what they're judging you on. That you don't care. And you cry wolf to the news and then disappeared and left these other people out here rallying for your kids and run around searching the dirt for your kids. You never cared. And it's disrespectful to them strangers in the world who actually care for your kids, want to find your kids. So that's why I say anybody that ride or die with her, you sick too. Because what you're saying is you really don't care about the missing children. But you're rallying for this female who's the cause of these kids, catalyst, as someone in the chat said, that got the ball crunk to get them gone in the first place. It wouldn't even be in the state's care. This wouldn't even be a YouTube story. Wouldn't be a Facebook story. Wouldn't be a news story. ABC news story. Now, court TV story. She never cared. She don't. Present tense care. So should we
Right.
keep pop, lock, and drop it? 1933 Club, 1933, and the next club to come after that, all I can do is say, have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, one day you're going to want to have a mate in your life, may want to have a husband. And all I can say is, have mercy on a man that would choose her for a mate. Because she would be the last female I would look at to be in a relationship with, and God forbid, a mother to my child. Because she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't even show remorse for her children. Anything else you want to say, Chris? I'm done.
No. Mm-mm. I think you spoke for all of us tonight.
I want to thank you all for joining
It's
me.
just really
Go ahead.
sad how, yeah,
Say
I
it.
don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get how she, I don't get how she could still do all this clubbing, all this and that, and like you said, posting this stuff on Facebook as if she's the victim.
Right.
It's just, yeah, it's disrespectful to the kids.
Yeah. The
And
remaining
then not to
children.
have these other, you're then letting these other two children down.
Hmm.
I just don't see how people don't see that. That's
But they can't see it because, one, they don't ever see her with these children. She don't post nothing about these kids, so they don't think about them. They're more concerned about the missing children. But that's
the two
my reason
missing,
for
yeah.
doing this video, is to show you all and let you all know there's still two other children that have her blood and they want a mother. It's not just about the missing Cow City boys.
Right.
There are two other children who are walking, living, breathing, talking, and they are being utterly
Mhm.
disrespected by this vile creature. And she don't
Mhm.
look their damn way.
Yep,
And
and
it's
it's easy
unfair
to
to
find
them.
them because they're not in the system. They're with their dads,
Right.
so she can't say she don't know where they're at.
So Sweet One says she already got used to not having the responsibility, so she doesn't know how to act like a mother. Well, she
Mm.
wasn't acting like a mother when they were in the womb. Let's start at the beginning.
Mm.
When she got knocked up. That's the beginning. She didn't care then. That's what led to one having an incident of a broke femur. Next year, the next one is not breathing at full capacity to be taken as an infant. See what I'm saying? That's all in the rightful beginning. In the womb, out the womb, gone. Poof, voila,
Mm-hmm.
taken by the state. How do you lose two children as infants? One is an infant, one couple months old. That's deep. A,
Yeah.
a year apart. Yet you want to blame everybody else for why your children are taken from you. So the doctor, he's a liar too, huh? That's number one. Before a social worker was ever called, a doctor made the call about the femur.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
This is sad. I just pray for those two children. I pray for the two that are missing, and I pray for the two who are older and walking around. And I pray that they will come to terms and realize that Rondine don't care about her, about them, the boy or the girl. She's made no effort to contact the kids and have a relationship with them. And I think, as I have said, I think both fathers need to sever ties with her, cut her off, and make it official. She gets no rights to ever visit, call, because she doesn't care and she's not making no way. She
Mm-hmm.
doesn't call. So for those of you that think you know what she's doing, I'm telling you, she don't care about them kids and she ain't making no contact with the boy and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And you should know that by now because she ain't been out here rallying for the two that's missing. So she ain't caring about the ones that's walking around that she can see and hear and touch. And then, oh,
Mm-hmm.
here's the topper. Got the nerve to be commenting on Brian Wayne's video, his commentary, like, oh yeah, you know, just read the post. I was looking at this comment like this chick is really crazy.
Mm.
Like, wanting to see results and this and that. And I'm like, you're not even out there helping.
Mm.
You haven't even been out there helping. But you waiting to see what information they got. You afraid of the sightings and the this. Just read the post. It is disgusting.
Mm.
Hard to even be commenting about anything pertaining to those kids in the news, sightings, anything, when you know you haven't even had your dusty tail out there helping people find your damn kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You leaving it up to some other relative to do all the work or be seen, however you want to word it. You've been incognito, out of sight, out of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to Facebook and post like you really rallying to get information about your child when you're not even visible out there. So why are people going to think you care about your kids when you're not visible? I'm not going to believe or think that you care about your kids. You're not even visible.
Right.
I'm not supposed to guess or assume.
Mm-hmm.
That was December 2020. It is now 21. It is now May. Flowers are
Yep.
coming up out of the ground. You're nowhere to be damn found.
Mm.
So all of you that want to rally with her, you sleep on that. It is now May 2021, and that heifer ain't been nowhere to be found. And two other kids who are visible, walking, talking, breathing, don't hear from Ryan Dean. Crystal, I want to thank you for moderating.
Welcome.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the super chats. God bless all of you. That's the latest today's information pertaining to the bio donor of the missing children out of Cal City. She has decided that life is worth living, and she likes to drop it like it's hot at the club 1933, and so on and so forth. And yes, she should be able to go and roam as she sees fit, because most people do. But stop talking about those kids on Facebook and posting irrelevant material, because in the end, Rondine, you don't care anything about your damn children. You don't care about those two baby boys, and you don't care about your older daughter and son. And it's now been said You don't even talk to the kids. The ones that you can see, hear, and touch, you don't care anything about them. You don't call, you don't visit. You're not even invested in those kids. So that's okay. But just stop posting stuff. Because what you should be posting are pictures of the two children that are visible and living that you can see and hear. And as we said, we might even want to take up a donation if you can post a recent picture the month of April of you and your son and daughter, because we think you need some money. Some of us might be willing to give you some money, help you out, because possibly in the end, that's all this was about, too, huh? Hmm. Money, the almighty dollar. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All donations are accepted with super chat during the live streams. Me, prayers for the missing boys out of Cal City. We will only receive viable information pertaining to the whereabouts of the children, and pray for the other two children, an older boy and girl child, who deserve decent people to raise them and rear them. And I pray to God that they stay safe and in the right hands, continued hands. And God bless all of you. And I thank you all. Have a great Sunday. I'll be back later with more content to bring to you with breaking news, various topics, true crime. And this is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks.